All right, we're coming into a landing here. I've got three. I only have three, so I want everyone to give it a try if they can. And I think I have four. So let's go ahead and in the poll, share the results. All right, let's talk about old Beowulf. Again, notice we're going to look right at the question. Let's look at the question. So Beowulf is a significant poem because it was first written down in 700 AD. Well, that's true. It's first written in 700 AD, but is it say that's why it's important? No. Now, significant, this word, we need to know that it can mean the same as important or noteworthy, or it stands out, or it's great. It was told for centuries before it was written down. Well, it says it was told for centuries before it was written down, so that could be it. It is still taught today in academic settings. Well, a school and a university is an academic place, so that could be it. Or it's the first important work of English literature. Well, it says it is the first significant work of English literature. That's why it's important. This is going to be the best answer. These other things are true facts about Beowulf, but they don't say why it's important. They're just giving facts about it. D is going to actually show that it was, point out, like it says in the first sentence, it's the first significant one. So let's clear all this. Then we'll go on to, if you like cats, you like this question. Let's stop, and then you get about, you'll get about 2 minutes with this question. So let's get started. Someone disagrees with the passage, so that's fine. Um, this is a hard one. I've got one. I've only got two answers in, so keep trying on it. I still only have one answer in. I want everyone to give it a shot. Okay. I got okay. Now I got four answers in. Um, all right. Good up with five. Now the bad thing here Because our answers are all over the place. I have two A's because there's one in the chat. I've got one B and two D's. All right. So the author's purpose in writing the passage. This kind of question you'll see over and over. Purpose. This means why did they write it? Why did they think? So are they comparing cats and dogs? Well, they do compare cats and dogs. That's something she does. So that could maybe be it. To convince the reader that cats are better pets. The first sentence here says they are by far better than dogs, a superior compared to dogs. That really sounds like it could be it. To show why cats are cheaper to feed. She doesn't say why they're cheaper to feed. She just says they are much cheaper to feed. So that's not it. To explain why cats are preferred to dogs. Now this, I see why somebody would answer this because it seems like she's saying cats are better than dogs, but she's not saying, if she just is explaining why cats are preferred to dogs, she'd be explaining how you put it, she'd be explaining why people like cats better than dogs. It'd be like Jolise put in the private DM that she thinks turtles are the best pet. Right, Jolise? No, I made that up, but it would be like,
yeah, I think I put dogs.
no, I know, I'm just saying with
Oh,
turtles,
okay.
but it'd be like, let's say Jolise likes turtles, but obviously turtles are not the most popular pet. Dogs probably are, so she could explain why dogs are the most popular pet, even if it's not her favorite. The author here is trying to convince us that cats are better pets to get. She does compare them, but really what she's doing is she's trying to convince us. If she was really just comparing them, she'd be neutral. She wouldn't really have a dog in the fight, is like kind of the expression. So the right answer here is D, or sorry, is B, to convince the reader that oh gosh, let me get out of this, that cats are better pets. So let's get started again on this malarial question. All right, so 2 minutes on this one. Let's go. All right, we're at 2.5 minutes. I've got 4 answers in. We've got an even split between A and B, and then one person said D. So after the malaria parasites infect the red blood cells. So again, I look at the question first, after. So here where it's one of those where they're looking at the passage and they want you to see what happens next. So let's see. Where does it say it infects the red blood cells? It says soon they infect the red blood cells. And then what happens? Here's the next step. It says malaria symptoms like fever will begin to be experienced at this point. So symptoms like fever occur. So that's the correct answer. When they multiply, that's before they get in the red blood cells. When they travel to the liver, well, that's way up before they get infected or they infect the red blood cells. They're transmitted by mosquitoes. That's the first thing that happens is the mosquitoes introduce them to humans. So let's get out of that. And I'll stop sharing. We'll launch her again. All right. Let's work on number 7. All right. Give it a go. All right, I've got 2 answers in. All right, we've got all the answers in. Fantastic. All the answers are in. I'm sharing the results. Most people said D. One person said C. Well, 2 people said C. So let's see what it is. So the main idea expressed in the passage. Oh boy, when we get, oh, I gotta get where I'm actually annotating. When we have this main idea thing, it means we got to read the whole passage. So when you read the whole, but what I'm gonna do instead of and I gotta move my little thing real quick. Instead of reading it out loud for y'all, I'm gonna like look at the questions and let me undo that. I'm gonna look at the questions and or answers and we'll go over them. So summer sports are dangerous. Well, it says people feel that they're dangerous. But it says the vast majority are preventable, so they didn't have to happen. And then it talks about how to stop dangerous things from happening. So that's not it. Many people who engage in water activities are careless. It doesn't say many people are careless. It just doesn't say anything about that. Boating is a safe activity if precautions are followed. Well, it does say that is something it says. So let's say, sure, maybe. Summer water activities aren't necessarily dangerous. This sums it up because it's not just talking about boating, it's also talking about diving. It's also talking about like in general water sports or activities. So it's saying summer water activities aren't necessarily dangerous. So in general, that's the idea they're trying to get across. All right. Let's do this next one. Do 3 minutes. This one's really long, so I'll let you have 3 minutes on this one, okay? Even though you know you won't have that much time on the test. We're just working into it. So take 3 minutes on this one. We got 3 answers in. Four answers in. All right, we're at 3.5 minutes. So that's been a while. I've got almost everyone in. So share results. All right, so we got all kinds of all kinds of answers here. We've got 1 for A, 2 for C, and 2 for D. All right, it can be concluded. So we got to see what their when it's concluded, that's kind of the main idea of the passage, like what we can come up with. It is easier to make a living as a writer now. Let's see. It says that it's easier to get a response, or not necessarily response, it's easier to put your stuff out there, but it says it's unlikely they're making a living. So it's not actually as easy necessarily to get a living. There are more people who want to be writers now. It just doesn't say anything about that. Nobody answered B. Most people do not submit query letters to magazines anymore. This is probably correct, but it doesn't actually say that. It's just talking about the old times. But finally, there is no approval process to getting a blog. Well, it says anybody can put their work out there for others to view. It doesn't say anyone needs to give permission. It's just like anyone can do it. So the right answer here is D. All right, let's go on to question 9. And after question 9, we'll take a 5-minute break because I know this is hard on your minds, and we've been going for about 50 minutes. We'll take a 5-minute break after question 9. So take a minute or two and let's do question 9. Alrighty. We have all the answers in. Let's end the poll, share the results. And the good news is we kind of clustered around D. There were 4 people who answered D out of everyone. So let's see. People don't eat organic food because it's hard to find. Well, it says it's easily obtained. To obtain means to find. So if you don't know obtained, you need to go and look that word up, make a flashcard with it. Someone answered B, it contains chemicals. It does not say organic food contains chemicals. It says people are concerned about what type of chemicals in their food. Organic food doesn't have chemicals in it. But this passage doesn't say people look for it because it has chemicals. Finally, it's expensive. Well, it says the price of organic food still prevents many people from eating them on a regular basis. That was ugly. Says the price of organic foods prevents people from eating them, and price is the key word here. So the answer is D. Let's look at number 10, and this one's a hard one. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes on. Oh, actually, no, I'm gonna give you your 5 minute break. So I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute. I'm gonna turn my camera off. Let's come back at 9:53. Okay, so I'll see you back at 9:53. Go dissociate, do TikTok, like whatever you want. Just take a little break. All right, I'm back. I'm back and we're ready to rock and roll with some tutoring. Some English. Let's get started and I will share this again. We have 6 questions left. This one's a hard one we're getting started on, so let's start the poll. Oh dear. All right, so let's go. And let's do it. You've got, I'll give you like 2 minutes on this one. All right, we got 3 answers in. Let's get our answers in before I stop it. So keep on going, keep on going. Yep. All right, I think that's enough. Question. All right. Let's. Yeah, this one is hard, someone said. So let's look at what they're asking us first, as usual. So it says it can be concluded. All right. Birth order only matters if they're exactly 2 children. It talks about oldest children and younger children. But it doesn't say the youngest. If it had said the young, look how good my handwriting is tonight. If it had said the youngest child, that would mean maybe we could talk about 2, but it just says younger. And like I'm the oldest child, but I have 3 younger siblings. So there could be many more than that. No. Does it say no studies have been done on middle children? No, it just doesn't say anything about them, but it doesn't say no studies have been done on them. Now it's either Cindy was an oldest or youngest child. So let's look at Cindy. She graduated on the dean's list. Her parents report she always did her chores. Now, what were the signs of older children? They're more responsible. So it's probably more responsible to do your chores and they perform well in school. Now, I don't like this question because it assumes you know what a dean's list is. And I don't think it's very fair to ask because that's something in college and most people taking the ASVAB aren't in college, but I don't make the test, so not my fault, I guess. or not I don't have any say in it. So Cindy's the oldest child because she's responsible, and then she's on the dean's list, which means she does well in school. That one is hard though. Let's in the poll. I'm gonna relaunch and spend some time on this. This is also a hard one. Got 3 answers in. I agree. I agree. Someone sent me a funny comment about how expensive weddings are. I would do the same. All right, we're at 2.5 minutes. I've got 4 answers total. Let's get started on this question. Results. Intake. So the main idea expressed in this passage. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you all of these are correct in that they are ideas in the passage, but what's the main idea? So weddings are stressful. It says they put a lot of stress on the bride and the groom, but does it keep talking about stress? No, it doesn't keep talking about stress throughout it. Weddings require a lot of planning. Well, yeah, when you see the cake, dress, and meals have to be bought, the hall is rented, the DJ's hired, the invitations bought. They require a lot of planning, but that's not the main idea. That's just some details. Weddings are a source of grief. It says the expenses are the major source of grief, not the wedding, how much it cost. The big takeaway is that weddings are expensive, because after they say expenses are the major source of grief, they're talking about things that have to be bought and hired and rented and purchased. And then they say have this cost. Even a simple wedding is more than $10,000. So the right answer is D, but this one is hard because all of these are ideas expressed in the passage. But the most important thing here is main idea. What's the main idea? So let's clear this off. Just stop. And it looks like most of you got that right. So that's good. Pretty much. All right, let's do question 12. This is a much shorter one. Maybe it won't take as long. So get to it. Got I got 2 answers in so far. All right, got 3 answers. Love to see a few more, but we're at 2 minutes. I'll give you like 10 more seconds. Go ahead and put some answers in. All right, that's good enough. Let's share it and pull share results. All right, according to the laws of supply and demand, consumers will demand less of a good if the price is higher, more if it is lower. Conversely, suppliers will produce more of a good when the price is higher and less when it's lower. So if a supplier wanted to sell more of a good, they would what? So let's look at the let's see. So the supplier wants to sell more of a good. So it says suppliers will produce more. So they're going to produce if they want to sell more. If the price is higher, and they'll produce less when it's lower. So the consumers want more of this if the price is lower. So if the price is lower, suppliers can sell more because the price is because people want to buy it more. So really reducing the price is the best way to sell a good. And I know we all love a bargain, don't we? So we know that. So let's go on to, oh, sorry, this one's scanned really ugly. Hopefully you can still read this all right. And let's do this one. All right, we got two answers. Got 3 answers in. All right, I got a lot of answers in. I got 5 in, so a minute and a half. So there's one person who hasn't answered, so I'll give you a little bit longer. Since it's still at a minute 43, but 15 more seconds. All right, good. Everybody's in. Share results. All right. So we have all of you answered the right answer, B. So I don't even think we need to go over this because you all got it right. Good job. High five, everyone. I'm gonna give you a high five reaction. I'm like your cringe. If any of you had a mom that was like so into everything you did, I'm so like proud of you guys. So awesome. So that was question 13. Let's do question 14 now. Relaunch poll. And here you go. 2 minutes for question 14. All right. That's good. We've got a lot of answers in. All right, I'm gonna share the results. We have including in the chat, we have 3 A's and 1 B. This is one of those, if you remember, the kind of question that ask like a question to do at the time before checking to see whether the person's breathing. So instead of like working through this whole passage, let's go see where it says about checking to see if they're breathing. Spend a few minutes to determine whether they are breathing. And this is where you have to know that checking and determining are doing the same thing here. So before this, it says before beginning mouth to mouth, it says you should, this is what you should do this before you do mouth to mouth. But before you check to see if they're breathing, the step before that is open their airway by raising the chin. So A is the right answer here. It's confusing because you see the before beginning mouth to mouth in the same sentence. All right, gang, we are coming in on the very last one of the night. Let's try this one. And here you go. All right, we've got only 3 answers in. I'm gonna give it a bit longer. We've got 4 answers in. I'll see about the final 2. Keep. All right, we've got most of them in, so let's in the poll, we'll share the results. All right. The main idea expressed in this passage. All right, and we've got answers all across the board. We've got for most of you answered for as a luxury. Well, 2 answered B. We've got 2 answered C. So the ones that are answered B, C, and 1 answered D. Nobody needs all right, so let's go D. Other materials are warmer than fur. That is in this passage. It says well, kind of. It says the synthetic materials can keep people just as warm. It doesn't say they're warmer, but that's not the main idea. That's just a fact. Fur is a luxury item. It says that they're suffering to provide luxury items, but that's not the main point. They're not talking about how rich people like fur and it costs a lot and it's a luxury item. Fur animals are treated badly. That's true. It says the conditions on many fur farms are inhumane. Nobody needs fur. Now, this is kind of bad, I guess, for the last one, but nobody actually answered this one, and this is the right answer. So we started strong, at least today. But the reason why is because it says we should stop using fur, and it says all across the world, it says it's no longer necessary. There's other materials. It's basically, and it says it is impossible to justify. There's no way you can make it make sense. So that's the right answer, actually. So sorry we all didn't get it, but it's okay. So now we're going to I'm going to show you the student view of the course really quickly. I'm going to show you what it looks like in Canvas right now. So you have an idea what your homework is. I'm going to update this in the Canvas in just a second. So here's week 4, which we're finishing up. Then we start week 5 on Thursday. I just uploaded paragraph comprehension. This is what we just did. What I want you to do, and I'll put this in the instructions, is I want you to go through again, think about the problems I gave you. We went through the answers here. And I want you, if you see words that you don't understand, look them up and then make a I want you to make a flashcard for them because we want to like increase your vocabulary. Then tomorrow what you're going to do is I have a practice vocabulary test. So I want you to go through and do this as your homework. And then if any of them you don't know, and let's just to, I don't know, try for a few minutes. Why don't you all give question 1 a try? I'm only going to give you like 30 seconds for this. I'll give you 45 seconds for this one. All right, so we've got okay, we got all right, we'll only do question one. So the right answer is giving. Generous means giving, and everybody got that right. Good job. Let's go. There's another kind. Let's do number 9. So we're gonna do number 9 here. There's another kind where we're talking where they give you actually not number 9, don't answer that one. Let's do number 16. All right. So number 16, try that one out. This is the kind where they use it in a sentence. All right, we've got 4 answer in. I'm going to end it here. So we got 4 answers for C, better. That is the right answer. So I just want you to go through these and try them all, and then write down the words if you don't know them. So let's, I think this is good. So I'll stay on for a few minutes. I'm gonna this is all posted. I'm gonna change in the schedule. If you know the daily schedule on Canvas, I'll change it to show what you're doing for your homework. But if you have any questions about any of this and you want to ask them, I'll stay on for a minute. But oh, hi Fabiana, nice to see you. Otherwise
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Sorry,
I'm
I came a
good.
little bit late.
That's okay. I didn't realize you're on the whole time because it wasn't showing you set towards it didn't have your name at the top. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here. Otherwise, you can leave and have a good one. I'll see you Wednesday or Thursday, not Wednesday. Hi, Christabel. Do you have any questions? You have any questions, Christabel? Let me write you a message. All right, I'm going to close it out, but thank you for coming. Have a good night.